Alright, let's get this day started. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today we have to finish doing the brake system, which means we are pumping the system today. Alright, so one of the things that we have to do is we need to install the brake fluid reservoir. So let's go ahead and do that first, and we're gonna go ahead and install the two sensors that we were missing last week. Here are the two sensors that we need to install. Unfortunately, these are the original sensors that were on the original master cylinder, and we're gonna go ahead and reuse them today, but hopefully by next week we'll get the new ones. So that's one, and here's the second one. The correct one is 22. Alright, so that's nice and tight. Let's go ahead and do the other one over here. You want to make sure they're tight, but not too tight. So now we can go ahead and install the master cylinder brake fluid reservoir. As you can see right here, kind of a nipple. And all we're gonna do is just go ahead and shove those in those two holes right there. Alright, so this is how it should look. Make sure that they're sitting flush on those rubber seals, and I think it looks good. So let's go ahead and put some brake fluid and see if we have any leaks. Oh boy, I almost just messed up. So I should not put fluid on it yet because we need to go ahead and tighten up all the fittings before we put fluid, or else it's just gonna leak everywhere. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. See, like as you can see, all these fittings just come out right away. So we need to tighten all of them up before we put any fluid into the master cylinder. I'm gonna go ahead and go around and tighten them all down so we can go ahead and be ready. The final step. Just stick with me. Alright, it's 11. If you're looking for the right size, this would be 11. These are the times that I wish I had one of those quick ratchet style. But no. Once again, you want to do it tight, but not too tight. So I tightened up all the fittings. So let's go ahead and fill this baby up with some brake fluid and find out whether or not we have a leak. And I'm using some .3. This is what I saw it was recommended on the Samba. So I went and picked up some .3, and it's the O'Reilly brand. Hopefully it's good as the other brands. Probably don't want to get this anywhere near the paint. Good morning, guys. I'm on my way right now to Harbor Freight to get a tool in order for us to do the bleeding on our brake system. Yesterday, my buddy Christian came by but that was a failure. There was still a lot of air in the system. So the only way to fix that is to get this tool from Harbor Freight, and hopefully that solves our problem. So let's go to Harbor Freight and get that tool, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. We made it to Harbor Freight. Let me go and run in there and get the tool that we need, and I'll show you guys on the way out. Alright, so I bought the tool. So this is a vacuum and pressure pump. So hopefully this is what we need to get the brakes done. So let's go back home and test this baby out. So yesterday was a failure. I've said this a million times now, but today we're gonna go ahead and get this done, because there's no other options. We need to finish this today. So like you saw me do, I went to Harbor Freight and I bought this tool. So let's go ahead and open it and see if this will solve our problems. Here's the tool that we purchased. Alright, so our tool has two ways to do it. One way is to vacuum, or it can do the pressure. The pressure goes into the brake fluid reservoir and it pushes into all the brake lines. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and do the vacuum system. That means that we're gonna go to the very back corner of the car, which is the farthest line from the master cylinder, and we're gonna go ahead and hook up our pump system into the bleeder in the back of the drums, and hopefully that will do it, and we don't have to do the actual pressure into the master cylinder brake reservoir, because I've never done it that way, so hopefully we don't have to. So this is what we'll pump. So one of the hose, you'll see two pump, and then the other one has nothing. So you want to put it on the one that has nothing on it. And the reason why this tube is clear is because you want to be able to see if your liquid has air bubbles in it still. If you have air bubbles in your liquid, then that means that the system still has air in it, and the fluid that comes out of here has to be nice and solid, no bubbles in it. So now we have to connect another one into the pump. Actually, let's take a moment, make sure that I'm doing this right. Let's quickly read the instructions. Yep, this is right. Okay, so two pump. That means this one right here. So we're not ready yet, so we need to find the right nipple for this. So gives us a bunch of options. Alright, so now we need to figure out which one is going to work for our bleeding system in our car. So let's go ahead and check out real quick. So this right here goes right there. It seems that works fine. Okay, so now that we know that this works for our system, the instruction tells us to put a taper. Just a little bit smaller maybe. I think this one will work. Yep. And then that one goes into here. I think we found our problem. So after about an hour of me trying to pump this drum right here, I noticed that there were a little bit of leaking going on, and I noticed that this seal was not all the way tight, so it was leaking out of there. So maybe that's one of the reasons why we kept getting air in our system. So I tightened that up, so hopefully now we can go ahead and pump our system. I wish I would have seen this earlier, but whatever. the problem is fixed, and hopefully we can pump our system now. It's halfway there, so we need to fill it up before bubbles get in there again. Bubbles means air. We do not want air. So we got enough fuel in the brake lines because I don't feel enough air. So I believe we can start pumping this up. This is a lot harder, so you know there's no more air in the lines. Yesterday, this right here, the both back valves were not shooting off anything. There's no liquid getting to them. So today was a great step. We got some liquid on both of them now. So hopefully we can get the rest of the air out of the system, and that would finish up our whole brake system. We were able to pump the system. I called Amanda. Amanda came down and she helped me out a lot. She was actually pumping the system while I was in the back opening up the bleeder valves and closing it. I was able to get some fluid on all 4 brakes, so that kind of finalizes everything with the brake system. Now that we were able to pump brake fluid into all 4 wheels, all 4 wheels are working right now, but they're not locking up, and that will pretty much finishes up with this video. On the next video, we're gonna go ahead and spend some time on adjusting the brakes. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the car stops, but it doesn't lock up. Alright, so in order for me to show you guys that all the brakes work, we're gonna go ahead and do a little test. I'm gonna go ahead and take off that piece of wood that's holding the whole car right now, and the driveway is kind of a downhill, so we're just gonna let the car roll, and with the brakes we're gonna try to stop it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the piece of wood, and our car's rolling. Hell yeah, we did it. The brakes are finally over. So as you guys saw in the last clip, I tested the brakes and the brakes work, and like I mentioned, I really think the rear brakes need to be adjusted, and the front ones are pretty good, but a tiny bit would do it. So that's gonna be on the next episode. We're gonna spend about 5 minutes to go ahead and adjust the rear brakes and adjust the front ones, and hopefully that will solve a problem, because right now the car is stopping but it's taking a little bit to stop. We want it to stop a little bit faster, so those brakes have to lock up. So with that being said, we'll do that on the next episode, and I do want to tell you guys something, so let me go ahead and run over there and get you guys a sticker. If you want to win this sticker, all you have to do is comment down below. It can be anything, and screenshot that comment and send it to my Instagram at Oscar_dubs, and once I get 5 of them, I'll go ahead and request your email address, and from there I'll go ahead and ship it out to your house. I just want to check who is the loyal people that have been watching the videos and have been supporting since the beginning. I want to thank you guys, so this is my appreciation to you guys. If like I said, if you guys want to be in it, all you have to do is just comment and send me a screenshot of that comment, and I'll put you guys in the list. With that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll go ahead and bring you guys another video hopefully next week. Take care.